guys, Blazie here, and welcome to a review for Land Before Time 14, Journey of the Brave, the final Land Before Time movie, at this point anyway, as this one came out in 2016, yeah, 2016, the previous one came out in 2007, the same time as the TV series, so there wasn't anything in like 9 years. That is quite the gap, and well, there was a bit of a gap since I did the last review for this series as well. I apologise, but well, Christmas, New Year's, and it's summer here, blah blah blah, life gets in the way, but now I can finally get on to finishing this series as I have finally watched the movie. So, was it worth a 9-year wait? Did it approve at all? Was the film worthy enough to bring back? Did they finish off the TV series in this movie? In short, nope. But let's go on with this review and let's talk about the opening. Of course, narration. It wouldn't be Land Before Time without the narration, though it does open up with a cool shot of a Universal logo, and they zoom in on it as it's like the Earth after all, so they just use that and bam, we're in the Great Valley. I thought that was kind of a cool way to use a logo. But anyway, so here it is a bit sad because the narration for these movies was the voice for Topsy, who I said had passed away, along with the voice of Grandpa Longneck. So I was curious as to if they would just recast them or not, as they had been the voices since the second movie, and kinda iconic in the role. Though at the same time, they re-voiced Littlefoot in almost every movie, including this one, which Littlefoot doesn't sound too bad. Like, he does sound alright, like he does sound like a slight bit older, but still very much Littlefoot. Like, I could see him having this voice as he's slowly hitting puberty, basically.
Hey guys! You know what day today is?
Though we see no change to the animation, it looks pretty much exactly like the TV show, which again, aired like 9 years before. Like, a lot of the backgrounds in the movies do look really nice, don't get me wrong about that, it could look really nice, just nothing has really changed. So they recap the 10th movie real quick, explaining Braun, aka Littlefoot's dad's role, and that he basically comes to visit every year, which again makes me wonder how old exactly everyone is. As you know, he has visited from the TV show. But, whatever. So, Littlefoot wakes up all excited as today's that Braun is coming to meet his son. He sees Topsy and we get to hear his new voice. And oh boy, it's bad. Like, the voice actor is trying to sound all tough and gruff, but it's kind of too late for that as he's a changed dino. Maybe. Or he's going back to the way he was before because Tria and Trisha are not in this movie at all. Like, not even in the background, I don't think. So, maybe they were eaten, who knows. That's just what I assume when a character just doesn't show up again.
Mr. Threehorn, is Sarah around?
She's gone to the swimming hole. What's the hurry?
Today's the day my dad comes back!
So Littlefoot runs off all excited, and then we get the first song, just saying today is the day and all that. We learn that Ducky has even more siblings along the way, and today will be the day they hatch that she is singing. Petrie is just singing, hey, today I will fly, then gets hit around like a pinball machine. Sarah sings that today she'll blow that rock away or split it into two. Maybe ask Tanjiro for help. Maybe not. Well, it said she does move for walk, so okay, big goal there, done. It's an okay song, just to put you into a good mood, basically. Ducky's siblings are born and it sounds so weird, like a choking Yoshi. Then Grandpa and Grandma come over and Littlefoot shows the little ones, and we get some weird dialogue, or just some bad sounding one.
Aw, what a special today this is.
Today? I forgot! Today's the day my dad comes back!
What a special today this is. That's an odd way of saying it. Also, Littlefoot, that's legit all you've been saying this entire movie, and you forgot? Here, we hear Grandpa talk for the first time, and he has a new voice as well. And, okay, the voice actor is Barry Boswick, who I really do love. He is so funny in Spin City, though most probably know him by the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But, man is he not suited for this role. He sounds so bored. And I love Grandpa. I don't know why, but I always just love Grandpa, but this new voice just zaps any fun from him. Like, I just want to climb up his long neck and slap him awake. Like, both Topsy and Grandpa's new voices just don't sound like the characters at all. At least Littlefoot does. While normally when they revoice characters, they're pretty spot on. Just not these two. I wish they were just not in the movie. Hell, they did leave Grandpa out of the 13th one, which I understand Grandpa is harder to leave out, but yeah.
Can we go watch for him?
I thought you might want to. I'm sorry, Littlefoot. It's too dangerous now. We must wait for the mountain to stop spitting rocks. Braun wouldn't want us to get hurt.
So we are next introduced to Wild Arms. So Littlefoot's dad herds come in, but without Braun, and we see the screaming feathered dinosaur that no one seems to be reacting to. But he screams and he realizes he is in the Great Valley, so he asks to be pids, sees Topsy, and is like, no, not by you.
Someone pinch me, please. No, not you. No, not you. I'll pinch myself. Ow! Ouch! Why did I do that?
And you are?
Kind of funny until Topsy talks, and it's just that voice just doesn't suit him. I'm sorry, I'm so used to the other ones. And so I ask who he is, and he says his name is Wild Arms, but he never figured out why, until he looks at his arms and realizes, oh, it's because I'm feathered. Oh great, another stupid idiot dinosaur. Haven't seen that before. At least he does have an annoying voice though, but at the same time, it doesn't quite suit the character. Like, his movements and such are wacky, but his voice is a bit too calm.
Well, everybody calls me Wild Arms, though I never really figured out why. Oh, that makes so much sense now. Huh, I mean, what didn't happen? The earth shook and spit liquid fire, and the heat, like you've never seen before. But it's too upsetting to talk about.
Oh well, it's not bad though. So we find out a volcano is going off, and Braun, being the leader, stays behind to make sure everyone gets out safe, and he ended up trapped for what Wild Arms was saying. So then Littlefoot asks him, hey, you gotta take us there, Grandpa, we gotta go look for him. Please, Wild Arms, take us to him. Fair enough, sure, if you took a couple flyers, you can scout ahead if anything. But yeah, so Wild Arms says no, and everyone just looks at him like, oh my god, that's so mean of you. I'm sorry, but why doesn't, any of the other dinosaurs then say something or step forward? Like, I will, if you're gonna be all judgy on this dude. You guys were there too. So Topsy says no, and then even Grandpa does. Like, I get it could be dangerous, but seriously? That's your family out there. There's no way they wouldn't try to help. You just know where this is going. Now, Littlefoot will leave, and the others will follow, giving us a very basic plot point for this movie. Go rescue his dad, which I feel like they should be a lot more urgent about it. Also, we get a shot of Littlefoot and Grandpa standing up high afterwards in the next shot, and they see that, the volcano in the distance, and, it's not really that far. And, the mysterious beyond is looking perfectly fine to travel. I guess on the side that's mostly all jungle. I feel like there's plenty of places to hide from the big predators, so why not just go look? Hell, it's not that far, send some of the flyers, I'm sure it'll take no time for them to check. And yes, I get it, we can see the moon, doesn't mean it's that close, but it really doesn't look like a couple days trip, if anything, if you send out with flyers. So of course, Littlefoot wants to go out and save him, no matter what, with or without his friends. Very, very basic Land Before Time plot, very simple as I said. So he leaves, but of course the others follow. But now, here's the thing, we did see Chomper and Ruby earlier, so they're still here. Since this does take place after the TV series, which, never got an ending, and it does look like they will try and end that. I guess Chomper just lives here now. Sure. So yeah, they're just there, but they don't go with him. In fact, they didn't join in on the first song or have been seen with the others at any point. So that's just really odd. So even though we saw it was mostly all jungle along the way, of course, it's not that simple as they reach a rocky-like area. Maybe it's in here somewhere. Apparently that area is where the feathered head sharp teeth are. They're new sounding. But we do get a better view on how huge the area is, which again, I feel like we would have seen it. Here we also get the next song. Spike wanders off to go eat. Obviously that's the only reason why he goes anywhere. but he ends up eating stickweed. Again, a new thing. And then Ducky starts singing not to eat something stinky and not good for you, which then turns into Littlefoot realizing they can wear it and become all hot and stinky. Sounds like a Musk Lovers song. And so the song turns into we can now be all stinky and hot. Yeah, just a weird song. So then we see the feathered head dinosaurs, and they're basically just T-Rexes with feathers. I love how they keep adding feathered dinosaurs to this series now. Like, oh yeah, all dinosaurs had feathers. So let's add every new dinosaur we have with feathers. Even though science has taken that back and gone, actually not as many as we thought it had for them. So dinosaurs are still big lizards, mostly. Mostly. Like, I'm no denier that dinosaurs had feathers. They did. Just not as many as what science once thought, and then they have, gone back on it. But yeah, their designs just look funny to me. Their hair coming down along the eyes just makes them look like they're bald on top. Though, my god, the next scene. Like, they stop at some water to drink, though Littlefoot wants to hurry, which, fair enough, who knows how long they have, but the others are being so calm about it. And even Sarah argues with him, which, I mean, okay, isn't like, it's just something she does a lot, but they don't seem to be taking this very seriously, besides Littlefoot. And then Spike starts eating some of the stickweed he has, like Littlefoot gets mad and tries to take it off him and gets tossed in the water. And then Ducky is like, hey, Littlefoot's going for a swim. Sarah says, hey, I want to go for a swim. And they all jump into the water, washing off all the stickweed. Like, you guys are not that dumb. You're not that dumb, surely. Come on, you're trying to rescue his dad. Why are you being so calm about it and playing around? So, of course, they get sniffed out, and we get a chase scene. They hide in a cabin, we get, like, the first CGI moment in this movie that's really, really obvious. And luckily, at the end, there's a convenient place find that they can use to trip them over. This gets one of them, the other Sarah knocks down by hitting, like, a bunch of rocks down, which makes a really funny sound that just doesn't fit at all. Which happens a lot in this movie, I notice. Maybe it's in the others, but in this one they use a lot of, like, cartoon sound effects. Well, yes, a cartoon movie. Who knew they would use that kind of sound effects? But I do feel like they use them a lot in this movie. You know, to the extent that I notice it. So we finally cut back to Chopper and Ruby, who talk to the grandparents wondering where the others are. Yeah, maybe if they just talked to Ruby and Chopper and brought them along, or even got them to cover for them, like, why didn't they mention them? It's just so odd to me. Also, damn, even Grandma sounds so bored. The voice work of both of them here in this scene is just so horrible. It's just boring. There's no energy in their voices.
Well, hello there, Ruby and Chopper.
What can we do for you?
Is Littlefoot here?
Did you look at Sarah's?
We've looked for him everywhere. And everywhere we've looked, he isn't.
I don't like the sound of this.
So in the next scene, we get, like, the grandparents talking about what's happening, and so Grandpa and Topsy manage to get Wild Arms to take them. But yeah, let's send out the two that hate each other out on this little mission, which one of them is very old, mind you, to go out adventuring, and not, like, send out the flyers to go check. And then Ruby and Chopper are like, hey, let's go out too, but let's not tell anyone. So they follow behind. I'm sure if they're sneaking or whatnot because they are exactly behind, but not exactly hiding. Also, just that, yeah, let's use a lot of Grandpa and Topsy, who have new voices that sound nowhere near like the original characters. So it's really off-putting. I hate it. So right away, yeah, Chopper and Ruby are spotted. So they were hiding? Okay, they were doing a really awful job of it. Which then Wild Arms freaks out, but they explain Chopper only eats bugs. Which, yeah, he really is Simba now. So next we get a familiar scene as they all stand on a ledge checking out a mountain. It breaks because of Sarah and they all fall, like, slide down on it. But here's the thing. Sarah then starts arguing with Littlefoot that it's all his fault. That we are here because of you and all that. But, like, goddamn, again, this isn't about you guys. This is about saving Littlefoot's father. And so Littlefoot argues saying he doesn't need Sarah. He doesn't need any of them. So they get upset and leave, and so he heads off alone. Again, this plot is so basic. How many times have we seen this happen? They start singing a song about who needs friends. Just what exactly is this movie? We have seen this before, like, especially them arguing and going separate ways, but again, this is a simple story. It's a rescue mission to go save his dad. So Littlefoot has every right to act the way he is, in my honest opinion. Sure, maybe tone down the not eating and gotta keep moving. You gotta have some strength. But everyone else is acting like complete dicks. I'm sorry for my language, but it's true. They're just not caring one bit. The writing is awful in that sense. Why bother bring back a series when it hasn't been around since 2007 and now it's 2016, almost 10 years, and to bring back it for this kind of story? It could have been interesting, but nope. So, a sandstorm, or a sand cloud as they call it, happens, and Littlefoot ends up in a cave with a pterodactyl female named Etta, voiced by Reba McEntry. I don't know how to pronounce that last name, I'm really sorry about that. She is a very well-known country singer, so that's why I'm mentioning it. So you know we are going to get some country in here. The others end up trapped out there, but of course, they're fine. Though Petrie ends up separated and ends up with all these little dinosaurs that he fears will eat him. But all they want is a fruit full of trees, which he knocks down by mistake, then they gobble it up and claim him to be their new leader. So once the storm ends, we see Littlefoot is trapped in the cave now. The little dinosaurs trap Sarah as food for the leader, but luckily, the leader is just Petrie. He comes down to greet the others, and he has like a little leaf on his head to show his leader status. So there was one funny scene with the little dinosaurs. Petrie says his goodbyes and all sad, and then says he orders them to be happy, and I smile. And that's kinda cute, I will admit. But then as he goes off, they see another dinosaur scratching up against a tree and knocks down one of the fruit. And so they claim him to be the new leader. And he just looks so confused. That's kinda funny, I will admit.
Petrie order no be sad.
So Littlefoot does find out that the flyer, who does have a hurt arm by the way, does say she was there with Bomb. And we see her get hurt and how dangerous it was, and how we see like how he got stuck and left behind. And then we get a song from the flyer, which was sung very well, but the music wasn't like any better really. It was kind of country-ish, but it wasn't really better than anything we've already heard. But like, it was sung well, because well, she is a great singer in the end, so that's just gotta happen. Then again, Beyonce butchered Can You Feel the Love Tonight, so what does that say? The others get attacked by a different style dino, and like, this movie really does just feel like they just follow like the dot points on how to make a Land Before Time movie at this point. But then also forgot about all the other movies and like how like the character growth and all that and so on. So Littlefoot finds water in a cave, and they follow it only to find the others being attacked from above. But that's over and done with pretty quickly. So of course they make up and follow the water, and end up going down a waterfall and end up right near the volcano, and they see Littlefoot's dad. He's surrounded by lava, but his foot is trapped so he's unable to escape. Meanwhile, Chopper and the others are being stalked by the sharp tooth from before. We cut back to the others, and Sarah manages to push out a rock that's blocking up some water, which comes down into the lava, which makes it harden up. It allows them to cross without any issue, even though I'm sure it'll still be hot. But more lava is coming, so they gotta be quick. They use the tree to manage to lift the rock that's trapping his foot, and he gets out free. But then lava traps him and Littlefoot, and they gear up for music for an epic jump. Or just a simple skip from the looks of it. So then the parents show up and all greet each other, and Grandpa says, well, I guess you were able to find your father. Littlefoot replies, we all did, and everyone nods, including Chopper and Ruby. You guys were barely in the movie. You weren't even like the main lot. You didn't help in any way. So then sudden narration, and this film just ends here, even though I'm sure like they'll have trouble getting home with all the sharp tooth along the way. And the narrator says Littlefoot realizes that he will always have his friends until the end of his days. That's a weird lesson. Like, well, duh. How many times have they said that? So, the big question in the end that I have for this movie is, where's Shorty? You know, Littlefoot's stepbrother, who was like his father pretty much raised and lived with? Well, Shorty died. May he rest in peace inside a sharp tooth mouth. And that's it. That's the movie. This is the last movie, and it goes out with quite a whimper. Was it bad? No. Was it good? No. It's very meh. Animation doesn't look any better than what the TV series look like, and this is years later, mind you. The voice acting isn't great for the new voices, and in a way, nothing happens. Like, nothing new happens, I should say. And like, if it does happen, it happens pretty quickly, or just nothing big happens to make you really worried or scared for the characters. It's nothing new at all. Why bring this series back only to do the same stuff we've already seen before? And also take out a crucial character, Shorty, to fit a very basic narrative, not to mention Chopper and Ruby were useless and were barely in it. Why not finish the TV series? Why not do a story about Redclaw? Is it because you're worried people didn't see the series? Which, fair enough. But you could just do a summary of like at the start and just go from there and finish it like that, like you did with this movie. You did like a little summary of a 10th movie about Board, so you could just do a little summary of a TV show. You know, you only need to do a little summary of Redclaw, that's it. At least do something with Chopper's parents, because at this point, I assume everyone's dead. Look at how freely they go into the mysterious beyond without even mentioning Redclaw. It's an issue I'm gonna have if they ever do another movie, and at this point, would I like to see another Land Before Time? I mean, would be nice to round it up to 15 movies, but only if they did it about Redclaw. They need to finish that plotline. Like, I'm not saying like it was the most amazing plotline, they just need to, you know, finish that, and then I'll be happy. But any other story, that's the only reason why I would want to see more, because this series just becomes so samey. Like, there are a lot of good sequels for sure. Like, there's definitely some really good sequels in the Land Before Time series. But after a while, yeah, it's just the same thing over and over. It's just so predictable. This movie was no different to, like, a lot of the other movies. So, the final Land Before Time movie is a 3 out of 10 Foxes. It's not awful, really. It's just nothing new. What is new is not good. Chopper and Ruby are pretty much just background characters without any real explanation. It doesn't look any different animation-wise. New characters are meh. It's just so meh, which normally I would then rate a 5, but it's a 14th movie and did go on hiatus for a while, so I'm going to be harsh on it. Not to mention the new voices for Grandpa and Topsy are just awful, and especially Grandpa, he's so boring to listen to. He's so boring. Like, it just makes you feel bored watching it, and so that's gotta lose some points for me. Anyway, let's end this review, because now I'm free! Free for Land Before Time for now. I have mentioned in the past I had one more video idea, which at this point I'm unsure if I'll do or not. You'll just have to wait and see for now. I don't know what will be next, but I hope you enjoy and continue watching my videos. And thank you guys for watching this one. Please do hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, because I'll love you if you do. Hit that bell icon, and this fox says, be who you want to be. Alright guys, bye for now. Ow, ow. Oh well, it's not bad though. So they find out Volcano was getting off. That's the wrong wording.